Welcome to the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. I'm your host, Paul Wright. In this podcast, we share the secrets of elite allied health business ownership and teach you the strategies, tactics, and mindset needed to grow a highly profitable and successful allied health business that works without you. If you'd like to work directly with the Practiceology team and receive personal coaching and mentoring to help you earn more, work less, and enjoy your life as a health business owner, visit mypracticeology.com to find out more and apply. All right, now today we've tracked down my old staging partner, Nicola McLennan, who's been the resident Google Ads expert for our Practiceology program for a long time, and I've hit her up again. Nicola, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Paul, for having me again. How are you?
How many times have we done something like this? Nick was on a podcast, another episode, so we kind of rejigged her questions because it's updated and different. But I'll do the formal introduction. She's a trained osteopath and set up her first practice in London back in 2002. Wow, how old is that, mate? You must 2002. She then sold her practice, which was a great thing in itself. She's a self-confessed Google Ads nerd and certified Google Ads expert. And she now helps health business owners around the world profit from Google Ads via done-for-you Google Ads service, which is, it's just too hard to do on your own. We'll talk about that today. She's the founder of Boost Your Practice, which helps allied health business owners increase profits and reduce consulting hours. And her massive claim to fame, she was a featured presenter on the ultimate social media and online advertising client attraction system, which we created a few years ago. And you can find that at healthbusinessprofits.com/social media. So with this session, Nicola, I thought because we'd done one originally, I thought we'd do an update. So what's new in the Google Zoo?
Indeed.
You're okay with that?
Google, absolutely. Google changes things so frequently. They keep me very, very busy. So there's always plenty to bring you up to date with.
Which is one of the reasons why it's hard to do it yourself, because the average health business ads haven't got time to do this. So anyway, but can we do all this in 7 minutes? Let's see how we go. You right to go?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, Nicola, who's your ideal client now at Boost Your Practice?
So my ideal client is somebody that has something new in their business. That's either going to be a new team member and they need to fill their books, or perhaps they've got a new piece of kit, something like shockwave or laser or orthotics, and they need some lead generation to start getting their return on investment back. So wanting to fill the books of a team member or a new piece of treatment tech.
And they're all out of health. This isn't one of your questions, by the way. So physio, chiro, osteo, dermatology, who are they?
Yep. So osteopaths, physios, chiropractors, podiatrists, those are my ideal clients.
So question 2. Well, question 1.5 kind of snuck in there. Question 2. What problem do you solve for these owners?
So Google Ads can be really complex to try and set up yourself. It can be expensive to test yourself. So we take all of the tech headache away from them and just go ahead and deliver inquiries for you to follow up with. And we also give you a structured follow-up system so that you can get the most bang for your buck from the inquiries that come in. So we give you guidance as to how to triage them, how to get them booked in, and give you all that structure and support.
Beautiful. Question 3 with about 5.5 minutes left. So what changes have you seen in the Google Ads space recently that we must be aware of? Because this is changing all the time. What's new?
Absolutely. So in the last 18 months, there's never been such a period of change. So in terms of the way you set the ads up, the way you bid, the way you measure conversions, literally tip to top, everything has changed in the last 18 months. So if you've got ads that have been running for more than that, it really is probably time to have a good look under the hood and a review.
All right. Question 4 with about 4.5 minutes. What can owners do this themselves? So pros and cons of you doing it yourself as a health practice owner?
So I'm going to go for the pros first because it's quickest. You might gain a new skill if you're into maths and data. you know, and you've got patience and you've got time and you've got budget to test, those would be the pros. The cons are it is really time consuming. it can be very steep learning curve in terms of money and time. And as I say, Google changes everything on a regular basis. So you're not just set up and done. You've got to keep on top of what's working as they change things.
And what works now might not work in a month's time. And if you miss it, you just don't know.
100%. 100%.
All right. Question 5. So if owners out there want help, why should, I love this question, why should they reach out to you rather than other providers of Google Ads service? Because there's a few out there. Why would they choose you, Nicola?
Well, indeed, I happen to really like that question, Paul. Let me answer that for you. So first things first, I'm an osteopath. So, and I'm using strategies and techniques that worked and helped me build my practice. We only work in healthcare, so we're really specific and have a lot of data in terms of what's working and can pivot quickly when Google change things. But our motto is we're all about conversions and not clicks. So we'll set your ads up for you and give you our done for you service, but we then carry on helping and supporting you with our follow-up system to make sure what we set up is working for you in your practice, in your area. So we really go the extra mile to make sure you're getting conversions.
And that's why I'm involved with Nicola, because I saw a client the other day, Nicola, a potential client of ours, who's spending $1,000 a month on Google Ads. The question I asked, is it working? You know what she said? Well, I think it's working. I don't know. I nearly fell off my chair. You must hear it all the time. So what I like about Nicola is they're tracking results, not just clicks, because that clicks don't turn into a client. If they don't turn into a client, what's that client worth? You've got to know your numbers. Don't start me, Nicola. Question 6, with 2 minutes left. How can they contact you? What's the best way to get into find out more about what you do? How can you help them? Where do they go?
Absolutely. So I can quite happily jump on a Google strategy call. You reach out to me at nicola@boostyourpractice.co.uk. We'll have a look at your ads that you've got running now, or if you've never done an ad before, we can find out, is that the right next choice for you? And go ahead and see if that is going to be a good option.
Beautiful. And what's the email again?
So it's Nicola, Nicola, @boostyourpractice.co.uk.
All right. And another off the cuff question. Some owners might think, well, I'm not big enough, or like, is there a size limit to make it worth your while, or it's like who's big enough to use Google Ads?
Really good question. So the good news is there's never been a better time to start Google Ads for reasons that I won't delve into. Click prices right now are the lowest I've seen for like 8 to 10 years. Wow. So really doesn't matter how small your budget is. We happily start small with you if you're getting conversions. The most common thing that we get in our inbox is, can we spend more? Can we ramp that up?
Beautiful. Question 7, with about a minute left. What's the one question, Nicola, that I should have asked you that will give great value to the audience?
A great question could have been, what should people do before Google? So before you do Google My Business, Google Organic, Google Ads, what can 10x your results before you think about traffic sources? And that's, where's the traffic going to go? Make sure that you've got a really nice structured system on your website for getting inquiries in the door. If you don't have with us, it's not a problem. We build landing pages for you and get that all taken care of. But too many people will think that Google Ads aren't working because their website is not up to scratch. The only thing somebody can do is to book online. They're in what I call the book online or sod off club. You've got to get out that club and make sure you've got a structured system for getting inquiries through the website. Otherwise, you can throw all the money in the world and you'll conclude that it isn't working because you haven't thought about where the traffic's going.
That's brilliant. And guys, you've got to get involved in this. I know we say to our new clients that come on board, and you might be the same, Nicola. A few years ago, we'd say fix all your internal systems first before you start your advertising and paid ads. These days, you can't wait that long. You've almost got to start your ads pretty quickly. I mean, we still want to fix the systems, but you've got to get into some sort of paid ads.
Yeah, totally. It's such a quick win. It's putting you in front of people locally in your area that are looking for what you do. And, otherwise you're winking at people in the dark, right?
Brilliant. Contact Nicola. email is Nicola at
boostyourpractice.co.uk, or you can go to the website, boostyourpractice.co.uk, click on Google and see more about me there.
Check it out. I love what you do, Nicola. I love that you're all over this and you save us from having to do it. It's fantastic.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
I'll see you on the next.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. For more episodes and to subscribe, rate and leave a review, head over to iTunes. And if you'd like to increase your health business profits, reduce your personal work hours, and spend more time with your family and friends, you can find out more about the Practiceology Mentor Program at mypracticeology.com.